We're going to take a look at another blitz that Tom Holwig sent in to me. This one's called the 46 normal zone blitz, and this one's pretty nice as far as bringing some pressure from the middle linebacker. So let's go ahead and hop right on into it. As you can see with this one, it has some nice coverages. You wind up having the two defensive ends both dropping back into the curl flats in this area here. And then you wind up having this guy right here, which is going to be the strong side defensive tackle. He's going to drop back in the hook zone. So you can kind of see how this is a zone blitz because you have all these defensive linemen dropping back into zone coverage. And then, of course, you wind up having the linebackers all blitzing along with the strong safety. So let's go ahead and show how he likes to set this one up. And for you guys that are in online leagues, a very nice blitz to set up because it doesn't require any manual movement. So let's get right into it. First thing you want to do is go ahead and pinch the defensive line. The next thing you want to do is go ahead and spread the linebackers out. And right there, that's pretty much it outside of one more adjustment that you need to make. And that's to go ahead and what you want to do is you want to go ahead and put this guy into D contain, which is this guy right here. So that kind of takes away from the buzz zone if you look at it. So if you're going to run this one, you got to understand you're going to want to run this against base formations more likely, because if you run against any kind of spread formation, obviously if there was a receiver lined up right here, then there's kind of an issue right here, because obviously your opponent could go ahead and throw a quick pass into this area here, and then you'd have some issues. So keep that in mind as you're going to run this one. The other thing you need to do is go ahead and take control of this guy right here, which is going to be the free safety, hot route him to blitz, and then just go from there. And a lot of times you're going to wind up getting pressure from the middle linebacker. There you didn't wind up getting that, but a lot of times you'll wind up getting it. Let's do the same thing again and go back in here, put that guy there, and then we want to go ahead and pinch the defensive line, spread the linebackers out, and then hot route that guy to blitz, which is going to begin, it's going to wind up being the free safety. And you can see how the middle linebacker winds up shooting through and winds up applying pressure on the quarterback. So again, this one, let's look at something that I didn't look at when I set this one up. I just went with what he did. Now I want to see if we can make some few adjustments. As I've always said before, being a chef that I am, well, I'm not really a chef, but I always like to use that analogy. So let's go ahead and try something else here and see what happens as far as seeing if this blitz works. This, again, is how I would lab blitzes whenever I do them. I just sit in here and I just kind of go through them and just kind of mix and match and see what I can come up with. So again, his setup again was, let's kind of go with his setup. Let's go ahead and pinch these guys. Go ahead and spread the linebackers out and then re-hot route that the guy to blitz. Let's see if we can still get that pressure without doing anything else. And hopefully we can still wind up still having some decent pressure. See, we still want to get that outside pressure this time from that strong safety. So let's do it again. So maybe if you want to go with that, let's go ahead and do this again. Don't get that inside pressure, but you're still wind up getting that outside pressure at least. So let's run it one more time, and you still wind up getting some decent coverage. Okay, so that might be another adjustment that you might want to make. Looks like the inside guys eventually got in. I think that's only because they wind up shed blocking. Let's see what winds up happening here. Yeah, so you can kind of see where you're getting that pressure from the outside there. So that's something you might look at doing as far as with this one. As far as getting the pressure, if you didn't want to give up that buzz zone, you still want to kind of have the same type of coverage, then you could go that route. Now something else you could do, let's just go ahead and do one last setup here. Go ahead and take a look at this guy right here. Since he's dropping back into a hook zone, go ahead and blitz him, and then blitz this guy right here, and let's see what happens with that one. Okay, and then you wind up getting that. Of course, that short middle of the field's left wide open. So again, you can go ahead and pinch the defensive line, spread the linebackers out, and then if you wanted to, you could simply just hot route this guy to blitz, and re-hot route him to blitz, and then re-hot route him to blitz. So you're basically re-hot routing the strong safety to, you're hot routing the strong safety blitz, and then the strong side defensive tackle to blitz. And then what you could do with him is you could just leave him right here while you're in control of him, and then just drop him back, and you still want to get that same pressure. Now, of course, the deep middle of the field's left wide open, but then you're hoping that the pressure, what you're banking on here is that this pressure right here that's coming from this middle linebacker winds up shooting through before anybody gets deep over the deep middle. And so you're still patrolling the short middle of the field with that safety, so you're really giving up the hook zone, because keep in mind you're in control of him anyways, and he's blitzing, but the idea is to draw the center out. So what you're doing is you're trying to draw the center out, and then you're going to wind up getting pressure from that middle linebacker, and even this guy actually winds up shooting in as well. So you wind up actually getting two guys, this guy here, so you get another guy over here shooting in. I don't know if that's something you can always guarantee on right there, but again, you wind up getting that pressure. Let's run that one more time. Again, you're just banking on that you're going to wind up getting pressure. So there it is right there. There's a setup right there. Basically, you're just pinching the defensive line, spreading the linebackers out, then hot route in the strong side defensive tackle, and then the strong safety. In the strong safety, all I'm doing is holding down that right trigger before the snap, and I'm going with that. So that might be something you could look at trying to do as far as bringing pressure on a quarterback. It looks like that other pressure winds up coming from the left outside linebacker, winds up shooting in as well. So that's another way you could set this up, this blitz up, as far as what Tom sent in. So a couple different variations of it that hopefully it'll give you some different ideas as far as bringing some pressure on a quarterback. Again, Tom, thanks for sending this one in. I think I got one or two more that you sent in to me, and I will be posting those, if not today, sometime within the next few days. And again, this one's called the 46 normal zone blitz. Pretty nice blitz to bring some pressure. Obviously, we showed 3 different versions of it, or at least alternate versions of it that definitely could bring some pressure on the quarterback.